Guys, the Ludiguna YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Now I'm here to bring you a video about, if you guys remember, Henri Lansbury. I mean, he was given his debut in 07. He set up Theo Walcott, part of the FA Youth Cup side that contained a lot of sick players. Yeah, man. Wenger said he was someone that has the potential to be a player. In fact, upon signing his extension to his deal at the time in 09, he said he will be a big player. Alan Smith said he had huge potential. Yeah, man. I think he got a pro deal in 06 or 07 or one of them. No, oh wait, I'm lying. So yeah, he was someone that was earmarked as having real big potential. He's made a Premier League debut against Fulham. He played Champions League football for us. He done a lot, man, and it didn't happen for him for ultimately what reason. We've been here before with several players, and it does suck because I thought he would not make it. I thought he was going to make it at the time. I thought he was going to be a good player for us, like a decent player, like a very decent player. He's gone on to have a career, but it does fill me with sadness. A big reason as to why it didn't happen for him here is because he had a couple of injuries, a lot of niggling injuries at a time where he wanted to kick on, together with at various periods he was fighting against the likes of, when we played better football, Wilshere and Ramsey, who were young at the time but seen as more promising. Nasri was here at one point, Song and Denilson, all these other midfielders that were here at one point. On top of the injuries, he'd always get an injury. He'll have a decent bit run of games, playing youth football, whatever, get injuries. He also, at some point, I believe he had, I can't even say it, glandular fever, I can never say it, but it kept him out for a substantial period of time. So, yeah, he's been plagued by injuries, and that really did take a lot out of him. And it is credit to him that he fought back through that and is now playing football professionally and ultimately away from professional football. He's healthy again because we're human first and foremost. Yeah, man, it would have been great if he made it at Arsenal. I mean, he was born in Enfield, grew up in Potter's Bar. I believe he was at Norwich before actually moving to Arsenal. Somewhat local if he's born in Enfield. So he was someone that, I mean, you always want to see a local person come through. In regards to his performances, he had good technique. He relished responsibility. He had a good. He used to make late runs into the box. So with that being said, he had potential to move into a goal-scoring midfielder. I wouldn't say he could build, but he could definitely contribute, and he was calm with a football. He had vision. He was a decent player. We all remember the 4-1 against Spurs in the Carling Cup at the time, or whatever, man. When he bagged and he played very good. Who else? I mean, that's a dream. You can't. That's the stuff of dreams, as he said. And for anyone else, I mean, come through the academy. I'm pretty sure he's an Arsenal boy still, scoring against and winning against our arch rival Spurs after extra time. I mean, you can't write that stuff up. On the bench in the Champions League. Did he come on in the 8-2 when we got back against United? I'm so sure he did, and then he got moved on shortly after that. But yeah, man, together with injuries, and for me, the injuries played a part, the competition played a part, and just ultimately, yeah, man, the competition, because at various periods, I've already named the players, time wasn't really on his side in the sense that he was getting to the ages where he needed to play football. He had a decent loan away from the club at West Ham. I remember he got them promoted. He had a fruitful loan at Norwich. I think he had a loan somewhere else. So he had 3 productive loan spells, but he's getting off that age where he needed to go out and play football and become some sort of player, and it wasn't happening here. We know at times at Arsenal you're here, but you're not really here, really, essentially. He was going against Nasri as well to a degree. So yeah, I think it was 010 011 he had a good season. And then I think it was 011 012 he got moved on. I can't remember, guys, but I think he got moved on in the 012 season in the summer of that year. He got moved on. He was 21 years of age. Wigan were interested in, Forest were interested in him. He moved to Forest and he went and had over 100 appearances for Forest, a successful period. And then he moved to what's their team? Aston Villa. So he had a decent career. The season before he left, I believe it was the under-21s championship. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he actually said he wants to not be like Jack Wilshere, but he drew inspiration from Jack Wilshere, getting into the England side at the time, and obviously in the Arsenal squad. And he said, yeah, this was off the back of having a good season and going on to the tournament. He said he wanted to go back and show Wenger that he was good enough to be part of the squad and part of the team, first team I'm talking about. But ultimately, it didn't happen. And at the age he got to, you kind of got to move on and make your steps as a footballer. You can't always. It comes a time at 2021. You got to kind of make a decision. Is it going to happen here? Is it not? You see, even with Akpom. Akpom's 22 this year. I'd be amazed if he. I know he's contracted until 2019 technically, but I'd be amazed if Akpom's an Arsenal player if he doesn't kick on for the first team past this year because of that very reason. You've seen Isaac Hayden. He approached a pivotal period where he needs to leave, and he made the right decision to leave to go to Newcastle, and he's playing football. He's getting a name for himself. Played over how many games, however he's played for them. Key part of Rafa Benitez squad, playing Premier League football. If he stayed at Arsenal, he could have stayed. He could have been on the cross. We had a fruitful loan spell. Hull played in the Emirates Cup, but he could have played. His stock would have went down because he wouldn't have been. No one really would have liked to. These young players, there is negative connotations against them because people think they can't fight and things like that. So that would have been into play. But he's gone into the Championship, played games. He's now played Premier League. So if he were going to sell, if he ever wanted to leave Newcastle, they were going to sell him. He's going to have a decent career. Now you can say Hayden probably wouldn't make the grade like how you see him with Lansbury and a lot of other players. But yeah, it was upsetting, man. 010 to 012, he had a couple injuries, but they were the years you kind of thought. 10 or 11, I mean, they were the years you thought he was going to kind of do something. He had decent loan spells, but ultimately, it wasn't enough, really, ultimately, or he'd be part of the team. He's at Villa. If Villa get promoted, he's in the Premier League. So, yeah, man, hopefully they're going to do that. The more Arsenal players that get involved in the Premier League, the better. I'm all for seeing him. He was a good player, but for whatever reason, it just never happened. So, yeah, man, for someone that was talked about as having great potential, to only make a handful of appearances for Arsenal, if that. No, I think he's only completed 90 minutes for the first team once. Is upsetting. Guys, the Luda Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching, of course. I'm out.